Have you ever felt guilty after setting a boundary with someone? Whether it's saying no to a request or protecting your personal time, setting boundaries is essential, but it often comes with feelings of guilt. So how can you set healthy boundaries without feeling like you're letting others down? In today's video, we'll explore the top 5 ways to set healthy boundaries without feeling guilty. These practical strategies will help you communicate your needs confidently while respecting your own well-being and maintaining healthy relationships. Keep watching to learn how you can set limits without the guilt holding you back. 1. Get clear on your why. Before you communicate a boundary, it's important to first identify the specific need that it addresses. Getting clear on your why will help you stay grounded and confident when explaining your limits to others. This means taking the time to reflect on what is truly important to you and why setting a boundary is necessary for your well-being. Understanding the deeper reasons behind your boundaries will give you the clarity you need to stand firm without feeling guilty. One key step in identifying your why is recognizing the triggers that make you feel drained, overwhelmed, or resentful. These feelings often indicate areas in your life where boundaries are most needed. For instance, you may find that you feel exhausted after social gatherings, or you may feel frustrated when someone consistently asks for your time without considering your needs. By identifying these triggers, you can pinpoint where you need to set limits to protect your energy and emotional health. Reframing the goal of setting boundaries is another important part of this process. Instead of seeing boundaries as a way to say no to others, remind yourself that by saying no to a request, you are actually saying yes to your own well-being, rest, or family time. Additionally, aligning your boundaries with your personal values is crucial. Use a values assessment to identify what truly matters to you. When your boundaries align with your values, it makes it much easier to honor them without feeling conflicted. This alignment helps anchor you when guilt arises, reminding you that you are prioritizing what is important in your life. 2. Use assertive I statement. S. How you communicate your boundaries matters. The way you deliver a message can make all the difference in how it's received. When setting boundaries, it's important to communicate clearly and assertively. Assertive communication means expressing your needs and limits in a direct, calm, and respectful manner, without being passive or aggressive. This reduces misunderstandings and prevents you from sounding accusatory or defensive. One effective strategy for setting boundaries is using I statements. Instead of pointing fingers or blaming others, focus on your own feelings and needs. For example, instead of saying, "You always take up my time," try saying, "I need some alone time to recharge." This statement focuses on your own needs rather than making the other person feel guilty. It also makes your message clearer, so the person understands that the boundary is about your well-being, not a personal attack. Another technique to soften the no is the sandwich technique. This involves starting and ending the conversation with a positive statement, with a boundary communicated in the middle. Finally, remember to keep brief. Over-explaining or making excuses for your boundary can give others room to negotiate or pressure you into changing your mind. The more you justify your limits, the more likely it is that someone may try to persuade you to bend them. By keeping your communication simple and direct, you show that you're confident in your decision, which will make it easier for others to respect your boundaries. 3. Start small and practice. C. Setting boundaries is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice to build emotional muscle. If you're new to setting boundaries, it's important to start small and gradually work your way up to more challenging conversations. Practicing boundary setting in low-stakes situations will help you gain confidence and ease when it comes to addressing more difficult scenarios. For instance, practice by declining minor requests, such as a non-essential social invitation or a small favor. These situations are low-pressure opportunities to say no and practice communicating your boundaries clearly and confidently. This allows you to build your boundary-setting skills in a manageable way before tackling more complex situations, such as with family members, friends, or your boss. You can also use scripts to prepare yourself for boundary-setting conversations. Having a few ready-to-use phrases can reduce anxiety and help you stay calm in the moment. For example, "That doesn't work for me right now," or "I need to check my schedule before committing to that," are simple, effective responses that can buy you time to decide without feeling pressured. If you feel overwhelmed or pressured to say yes immediately, consider delaying your response. You can say, "Let me check my calendar and get back to you," or "I'll need some time to think about that." This gives you the space to make a decision without feeling rushed. By practicing these small steps, you can build your confidence and eventually become more comfortable with setting boundaries in all areas of your life. 4. Separate your actions from others' reactions. A significant source of guilt when setting boundaries is the fear of how the other person will react. You may worry that your decision will disappoint them or cause frustration, but it's important to remember that you are not responsible for how others feel when you set a limit. While it's natural to care about others' emotions, you cannot control their reactions, and you shouldn't feel guilty for prioritizing your well-being. Letting go of control over others' reactions is essential for setting healthy boundaries. You can deliver a boundary with kindness, but you cannot control how someone else will respond. People who are used to you saying yes all the time may resist your new boundaries at first. They might try to make you feel guilty or manipulate you into changing your mind. In these situations, it's crucial to stay firm and consistent. The more you assert your boundaries, the more others will learn to respect them. Anticipate pushback, especially from individuals who have not been used to your boundaries. They may feel uncomfortable or frustrated by your new limits, but this discomfort is not your responsibility to fix. It's their reaction to the change, not a reflection of your decision. Acknowledge that this discomfort is a normal part of breaking old patterns, and don't let it shake your resolve. If you start to feel guilty or second-guess yourself, remind yourself that your boundaries are necessary for your well-being. Feeling guilty is a sign that you're breaking old patterns, not that you've done something wrong. By staying consistent and recognizing that your boundaries are for your own health, you will strengthen your emotional resilience and maintain your boundaries with confidence. 5. Practice radical self-compassion. One of the most powerful tools for overcoming guilt when setting boundaries is radical self-compassion. It's easy to be kind and understanding toward others, but when it comes to yourself, self-compassion can sometimes feel more difficult. However, treating yourself with the same kindness and respect you would offer a friend in your position is essential for maintaining healthy boundaries without feeling guilty. Challenge the selfish myth that often comes up when you set boundaries. Remind yourself that taking care of your own needs is not selfish, it's necessary. Just like you can't pour from an empty cup, you can't be there for others if you're constantly drained. Setting boundaries allows you to show up more fully for others in the long run. When you prioritize your own well-being, you are in a better position to offer love, care, and support to those around you. To quiet your inner critic, use mantras or affirmations that reinforce your right to set boundaries. Phrases like "my needs matter too," or "it is safe for me to set limits" can help shift your mindset and quiet any feelings of guilt. These reminders will give you the strength to stand firm and validate your choices. Another way to practice self-compassion is by celebrating your wins. Every time you successfully set a boundary, even if it felt uncomfortable, take a moment to acknowledge your strength. Celebrate the fact that you are honoring your own needs and taking care of yourself. Over time, this will help reinforce your confidence in setting boundaries and reduce feelings of guilt. There you have it, the top 5 ways to set healthy boundaries without feeling guilty. Setting clear boundaries allows you to protect your time and energy without compromising your relationships. Remember, your needs matter too. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on creating a balanced and fulfilling life. Let me know in the comments which boundary setting tip resonated most with you, or share your experiences. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.